Every one of us lives in a war zone, not outside but inside. The past pulls us backward with regret, the future pulls us forward with fear or hope, and most of us are sketched between the two, forgetting the only battlefield that matters. Now, your past is real, it shaped you, it taught you, it left scars and stories. Your future is real, it holds your dreams, your possibilities, and the vision of who you could become. But listen carefully. Neither past nor future has the power to define you. Only the choices you make in this very moment can do that. For the next hour, I want to take you on a journey to show you how the most influential people in history and in all time faced crushing past, overwhelming obstacles, and still carved out futures that changed the world. The past has a voice, and its favorite words are "you can't." It says you failed before, you'll fail again. It says you were rejected, you will be rejected again. It says you are not good enough, you never will be. But the truth is this: the past is not fixed, it is only a memory. Oprah Winfrey could have listened to her past, born into poverty, surrounded by hardship, facing rejection after rejection. She had every reason to believe the future had no place for her. But she refused to stay where she started. She transformed pain into empathy and empathy into influence. Today, she stands as one of the most inspiring voices of our generation. Her story proves that your past does not predict your future unless you let it. And what about J.K. Rowling? Rejected by publisher after publisher, living in difficult circumstances, told her work wasn't good enough. 12 times she was denied, 12 times she could have given up, but she didn't. She kept writing, she kept believing, she kept going, and the world she created in Harry Potter became one of the most beloved stories of all time. Her past was full of rejection, but her future was full of imagination. And you know what? She chose imagination. But here's the real battle. It's not just past versus future, it's how the past feeds fear into future. Think of Steve Jobs. He started Apple in a small garage, but he was pushed out of his own company. Imagine that, creating something, then being told you don't belong there anymore. Most people would have been crushed forever. But Jobs didn't let that chapter end his story. Instead, he built new companies, learned new lessons, and on one day he returned to Apple, not the same man, but stronger, wiser, and more relentless. That comeback changed technology forever. The past may have broken his confidence for a time, the future may have seemed uncertain, but his choice in the present to create, to innovate, to keep moving is what rewrote everything. This is the war all of us face. The past says, remember what went wrong. The future says, what if it goes wrong again? And your present is caught in the middle, waiting for you to decide. Some people are broken by past, others built it. LeBron James grew up in circumstances that could have trapped him. No stability, no certainty, no clear path forward, but he decided that his circumstances would not be his ceiling. He turned discipline into destiny. Today, he is one of the greatest athletes in history, not just because of talent, but because of mindset. Their stories remind us past is not a weight. It can be a weapon if you choose to use it that way. We all try to comfort the past by rewriting it in our minds, but no matter how many times you replay it, the past will not change. We all try to control the future by worrying about it, but no matter how many times you imagine it, the future will not arrive faster. The only place you have true control is here. Today, this moment, Mandela spent years in confinement. He could have emerged bitter, filled with anger, but he understood something deeper. The past cannot be changed, but the present can change the future. And with forgiveness and vision, he built unity where there had been division. He didn't control the past, he didn't control the future, he mastered the present, and because of that, history remembers him not for his pain, but for his leadership. So here's the truth. The war between past and future is always fought in present. Your choices today decide which voice wins. If you live in regret, your past wins. But if you live with courage, discipline, and vision, you win. Right now, in this moment, you have the same choice Oprah had, Jobs had, Malala had, Mandela had, not to erase the past, but to act in the present. Because present is not just time, the present is power. Let me leave you with this. Your past cannot be changed, your future cannot be guaranteed, but your present cannot transform everything. Oprah didn't let hardship define her, Jobs didn't let failure define him, Malala didn't let limitation define her, LeBron didn't let circumstances define him, Mandela didn't let bitterness define him. So why should you? let your past define you. The question is not what happened to you. The question is what are you going to do now? Because your past is already written, your future is waiting to be written, and the pen is in your hand today. In the end, the war between past and future comes down to one thing: you against yourself, not your cities, not your haters, not your circumstances, just you. The past you, the version of you that failed, that doubted, that quit, is still whispering in your ear. The future you, the version that is bold, disciplined, unshakable, is waiting for you to choose. And the battlefield is now. When you wake up tomorrow, you can drag the chains of your past with you, or you can step forward, light, free, focused. When you face fear, you can run from it, or you can stand tall and say, this fear is not stronger than me. When you look at your dream, you can say, maybe one day, or you can say, today is day one. Listen carefully. You are the author of the fight. Mandela, Malala, Jobs, Oprah, LeBron, they weren't superheroes. They were human, just like you. The only difference, they chose. They chose not to be defined by what happened behind them. They chose not to be paralyzed by what might happen ahead. They chose the present moment again and again and again. So the real question is not, will your past defeat you? It's not, will your future scare you? The real question is this: will you choose you today? Because when you do, you did not just change your story, you can change everything.